What is happening, sports fans? It's your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack. I'm rocking it solo. It is Tuesday, January 4th. We got 5 NBA games to talk about. I'm excited to break this slate down with you guys. I made this video earlier with my man, the DFS Patriot. It's his birthday today, but unfortunately, the video got a little messed up, and I forgot to screen share during it, so 100% my bad. Figure I'd get on here and redo it just so you guys can see DK while I'm talking the guys out. Again, only 5 games, so it shouldn't take too long. Before I get into the slate, I'm going to shout out our promoters real quick. First off, Jazz Sports. When you sign up and join Jazz Sports, you get a no-risk wager up to $1,000 in your first bet. That's $1K back if your first wager is graded a loss. You just don't see those deals pop around the industry that often, so I suggest everyone take a look at it. The promo code's 5-pack. The link will be in the description section of the video. And then Loose Lines. Loose Lines is an affiliate of Jazz Sports. They offer really, really good lines and odds, a ton of reduced juice and other perks over there. So when you deposit there, you get 50% off your deposit. Tons of good deals at both Loose Lines and Jazz Sports. Promo code for both is 5-pack, and the links for both will be in the description section of the video. I'd appreciate it if you guys check that out. Without further ado, let's talk some NBA. Alrighty, so only 5 games. First game up. The interesting thing about this slate, sorry, before I get into it, is that each game is pretty appealing. There's no games where you want to completely cross off. If there was one, though, it would be the first game, the Cavs game. My Cavs hosting the Memphis Grizzlies, coming off a nice win last night against Brooklyn. I actually like the Cavs in this spot. I think they win this game. Should be a close game for sure. Spread's only 3. The Cavs are favored in this spot. As far as DFS goes, from the Cleveland side, there's not too much I'm interested in. Garland's back. Allen's been back. Love's playing really well, but he's priced up. Mobley's still pretty affordable. Markkanen stinks. Osman and Okoro are out. Lamar Stevens is an okay value piece at 3,300, but certainly not someone I'm excited about. And then the other Cleveland guys are just kind of priced how they should be or a little bit too expensive. Mobley would be my favorite. He's just rock solid, priced down to 7,100. He was good with Garland earlier this year. So actually, he would be my favorite piece of the Cavs. Kind of overlooked him earlier. So I like him. Other than that, no one I'm going out of my way for on Cleveland. Memphis, kind of a similar situation. They are missing guys. Brooks, Slow-Mo, D'Anthony Melton, Conker's questionable. Tillman's out. Shaq Buchanan's out. So they're missing a couple key guys in their rotation. Bane was awesome last night. Ja continues to play really well. Their prices are up there, where they should be. So I don't think these guys are much for me. Jaren Jackson, we know, at any given day has upside, but also a really low floor to go with that. Tyus Jones is a little bit intriguing. At 4,100, I don't see why he wouldn't be. Let's see something real quick. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, sorry, no news came out that I knew. Okay, yeah, I think Tyus Jones is a solid look. Don't hate Steven Adams. He's a nice cog type. Probably not where I go. Other centers I like more. I think Memphis has guys in play all over, but no one I'm like, I have to go out of my way to roster, at least as of right now. I'm a huge Morant fan always, so if you want to go Morant, do your thing. Spurs and Raptors. This game has some pieces in play, starting from the Raptors side. The only piece of Toronto I'm overly interested in is Siakam, balling right now. I think he's got 50-plus in 3 straight with a big upside game in there too. Only center eligible, but also only 8,700. Probably don't get there if I'm only making one lineup. But if I'm making, 3 or more, he has a chance to sneak into 1, potentially 2. So, yeah, he's my favorite piece of Toronto. No one else that I have really slight interest in. I mean, Van Vliet, he's been really good too. Awesome in his past 2 games. I don't hate him, but a lot of other guards I like on this slate. So Van Vliet and Siakam are nice spend-up options, as nice spend-up to be contrarian options if you want to get there on a smaller slate. But neither of them are the priorities that Sabonis or LeBron will be in. We'll get to those guys. As far as San Antonio goes, Trey Jones started and played 32 minutes last game. Keita Bates-Diop is back, so I'd watch that. If Trey Jones is not starting, I'm not interested. But if he is starting, I think we can go right back there. Still under 4K, solid look. And then Derek White, 7,200. He's just a really good look at this price point. The Memphis game only played 24 minutes because that game got out of hand and he left injured for a minute. He's just been really good in non-blowout type situations. He had 14 assists last game, but also didn't make a three. So I think there's upside at this price. I expect him to come in around 40 to 45 with 50 plus in there for sure. So White, Trey Jones, and then Podol, even though he's a center, it's hard to prioritize him here. Going back to Toronto, 6,100 is a fair price for him, so he's not a bad play at all. Oh, and then obviously Devin Vassell, who I'm not overly high on, but he did have a monster game last time out, played 41 minutes in OT, filled up the stat sheet, and 4,400, he's still wildly in play. All right, Knicks and Pacers. The Knicks are almost impossible to talk about right now because Randall's questionable, Mitchell Robinson's questionable, and that means a lot. If Randall's in, not really interested in hardly any of the secondary pieces from the Knicks. First off, if Randall's out, I think Obi Toppin looks good at 5,200. RJ Barrett's of the world, Alec Burks potentially become in play. And then Mitchell Robinson, if he's out and Randall's in, I like Randall more. Randall I like no matter what, but he's hard to get to at 10-7. Taj Gibson could potentially be in play here. The Knicks are a mess. I'll save them for the write-up. And if they even have guys I really want to roster, because right now it doesn't look like it. All righty. Indiana, though, definitely has some pieces I like, multiple pieces I like. LeVert, Brogdon, and Duarte are out. Obviously, TJ Warren's out. Lamb's out. McConnell's out. Goga's out. Keelan Martin and Isaiah Jackson are out. I love Sabonis here. He's playing really good ball right now. I think this game's competitive. Should be decently high scoring and competitive. Sabonis playing awesome ball with 53 plus in 3 straight, 57 in the past 2. A lot to like about Sabonis here. Miles Turner. Turner and Sabonis are just their best 2 offensive players right now. So at 6,800, I think he's wildly in play. Sabonis at 9,900, one of my favorite plays on the slate. And then 2 other guys, Kiefer Sykes, both only point guards, but they're both really cheap. 3,500, had a nice game last time out, nothing he can't replicate. And then Dwayne Washington, Ohio State kid, has gotten better each game, played big minutes for them right now, is a good 3-point shooter. I like him a lot at 4K. So if I'm building one lineup right now, I think I'll have at least 2 Pacers with Sabonis and Washington. Sykes and Turner are also wildly in play. All right, next up, we got Phoenix and the Pels. So New Orleans is kind of healthy here. Zion obviously is not playing, but he hasn't played all year. Ingram's in, J-Val's in, at least as of now. Hart at 6,600, I think is in play. Plays big minutes, has been uber productive lately. Solid look. Herbert Jones, he also plays good minutes, fills up the stat sheet. I don't expect, 7 steals over the past 2 games, seems pretty aggressive. But he's also been good in the games before that without getting a steal. So I think he's still wildly in play at 46. Alexander Walker has upside at 41 for sure. We know he's a good 3-point shooter. I mean, he got to 20 last night despite shooting 1 of 7 from 3. Definitely in play for me here. Jackson Hayes isn't the worst play as the backup center, especially if you think this game's going to get out of hand. But not overly excited about it. And then as far as Phoenix goes, a couple guys I like here. Ayton, McGee, and Kaminsky are out. Crowder and Shamet are out. Obviously, Sarge is out. Biyombo, 3K, at 24 DK points in 18 minutes last game. That game blew out, but no reason to think he couldn't get some run, especially if Jalen Smith gets into foul trouble. Speaking of Jalen Smith, yeah, I mean, he's playing really good ball right now. He never really Well, he hasn't turned into what Phoenix wanted, out of Maryland, but they didn't even pick up his third-year option. But clearly he's played well for them now. He's like their only big man besides Biyombo. A lot to like about Smith at 5,500 for sure. Campaign at 46 looks good. More than fine filler piece. And CP3 at 74 going back to New Orleans. Check something real quick. His past two games against New Orleans are 53 and 50, 60K points. At 7,400, I think we'll take that. So I like Jalen Smith and Chris Paul a lot. All right, last but not least, we got the Kings and the Lakers. This game should be really good for DFS purposes, assuming it can stay close. As far as the Lakers go, two guys I'm really looking at. LeBron, cash game lock, fade at your own risk in tournaments. I mean, he's the top stud on the slate without that many studs. So easy to get to, hard to get away from King James tonight. Malik Monk, who looks really nice in his role with the Lakers right now. We know he's got big upside, up-tempo matchup against Sacramento. A lot to like there. Dwight Howard could creep back into the rotation with them not having Stanley Johnson tonight. Westbrook's always a tournament, flyer because we know he's got big upside, but LeBron seems to be the guy right now. And then as far, actually, let me see. I don't hate Melo. I don't hate THT, but more of like tournament late slate only guys. Yeah, especially THT. Sacramento also has a lot in play. They're affordable. Damian Jones is a lock for me right now. He's their starting center, playing big minutes. Had a really good game against Miami. Better matchup here against the Lakers. 4K looks like the top value play on the slate. De'Aaron Fox getting a lot of love at 7,100. I prefer Chris Paul, but I get Fox. I mean, I like them both. Fox looks too cheap for this spot, finally coming off a good game. He hasn't had a great year, but he's so cheap for his upside. So a lot to like about Fox, especially in cash games. Halliburton, also another guy that has big upside at this price. He's got 40 plus and 3 to 5. Price way down. So Halliburton, Fox, Hield, we know has upside. The thing I like about Hield is he doesn't play big minutes always, but he does play big minutes when he's hot. So it's the perfect combination. When he's playing well, he's going to get more minutes, which means he's going to have a really nice fantasy day. So Hield, I think, is worth a tournament flyer also at 5,400. All right, let's build for a minute. We didn't get to do that in the last video, so we are gonna do it here. So I'm building one lineup right now. I want CP3 for sure. Give me Damian Jones for sure. Give me LeBron James. Give me Sabonis. Johnny Washington. You can get White, but it's not easy. And then you're have to go down to like 3K guys. And there aren't that many 3K guys we like. This one guy, let me see. Culver played 30 minutes last night. There was a little bit of blowout run. I don't think he's crazy. But here I'd probably have to. I don't want to fade Bron at all. But if you fade Bron, you're just going to much over a better build. So this is a non-LeBron build. So if I want White there, then I could go. And Josh Hart, I could go. Yeah, that's the other thing about LeBron. I don't love small forward today. Or let's just go cheap and go with the sell. So then if I'm at forward, so this is where I build. Can't even get Randall here. Yeah, Randall's going to be so long. Jalen Smith. Or, okay, let me see one thing. Let's see if I'm right. See, I don't have enough for that. Damn. Josh Hart works there. Yeah, I want LeBron though. So it is what it is. You guys get the point. Obviously, there's a lot to come aboard before lock. So stay tuned for updates and the guys being in and out for COVID, etc. NBA stuff changes on the drop of a dime. So as always, I appreciate you guys. If you want more info, more content, more videos, more me, more Ryan, more Patriot, go check out the DFS 5-pack. We'd love to have you. And yeah, I'm around if you guys have any questions. So write-up will be out at normal time for our customers. Have a great Tuesday. See you guys on Wednesday.